Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about the Wacom, I always say it wrong, Wacom, we're gonna go with that. The Wacom Intuos Tablet in the size medium. So the medium size is roughly, well, it is 7.8 by 10.4 inches. The drawing space on it is a little bit smaller. As you can see, hopefully you can see this, the white dots signify where you can actually draw. So that is actually 5.3 by 8.5 inches. Sorry, I had to look. So you still have like a little bit over 75% of the tablet to use when it comes to drawing. When I started using this, I don't know if it was hand-eye coordination or what it was, but when you're using this, you aren't actually seeing on the tablet what you are drawing. You see it on the screen. Maybe that's kind of obvious. And sometimes it was like, okay, my pen is here, but I'm like over here on my screen. So you do have to kind of get used to, the translation from the Wacom tablet to the computer. But, I think you pick up on it pretty quickly generally, especially if you are a digital artist already and you're just switching to this. Even for beginners, which I was when I got this, I felt like it was a great learning tool, and I felt like it really helped me to get into digital art, where I wanted that feeling that I was still painting or drawing that I had when I did my traditional art. You definitely get that feel with this still. So some of the key features to this that I really like is that it can be Bluetooth, or you can use the micro USB that comes with it. I think the Bluetooth option is awesome. I personally don't use it, but I like that I have the option to use it. The reason I don't use it is just because I am right next to my computer. This is where I use my Wacom tablet, and so it's much easier for me to just leave it plugged in so that it never loses that charge. Whereas if you're using Bluetooth, you do have to charge it in between uses. I believe it charges in, from what I read, it charges in 3.5 hours, and I believe it holds a charge for roughly 13. So I mean, still the battery, life is pretty good on it, even if you are using Bluetooth. So another feature I love, and it's a super simple feature, but see this fun little sleeve for the pen? I am prone to losing things. It's just how I am. It's how I've always been. And so having that little sleeve right there just to stick my pen in, as long as I remember to stick it in when I'm done, we are good. So I really like that feature. Another key feature are these express keys up here. So you have 4 express keys at the top of your tablet, and you can program these to do basically anything you want. So if you want to zoom in, zoom out, you can program those to do that. Or if you want a specific brush, you can program it to do that. If you want an undo button, you can program that to do that. So there's a lot of versatility there. From what I read, you can also program it to have different keys, shortcuts per program. So for example, I'm using Affinity Photo. I want certain shortcuts on these keys, as I just clicked it. I can program it that way, but say I want different shortcuts in Affinity Designer, I can go and program it to have different functions on that. So I think that is awesome. It makes me like super happy that there's so much versatility there. So you also have 2 lovely little express keys on the pen as well. I personally don't use them because my hand just tends to click on them, and that makes it do random things. And so I just left them unprogrammed because there was a point where I accidentally programmed it to where if I hit one of the buttons, it just like kept drawing even when I like lifted it up from the pad and it moved around. So I didn't really like that, so I just unprogrammed it. But I can see how programming those keys can be so beneficial, because you can program them to do really whatever you want, just like these express keys up here. So I think that is fantastic. Another thing about this is it is a super easy setup. So you plug it into your computer after you take it out of the box, and you will install the Wacom Tablet driver, and you will choose whether you are running it on PC or Mac, and then from there, it will actually have you shut down your device, your whole computer, and then turn it back on, and it should be linked. So it really is a simple process, which is nice because I personally can be not very tech savvy occasionally. So it was super easy to set up, and I really like that. When you open your box, you get your pen, you get your tablet, and you get this fancy, it's not that fancy, it's just a normal micro USB cord. It's pretty lengthy, like it works for me, and I have extra length because I am so close to my computer. But if you, for any reason, are like farther away from your computer and you're not wanting to use the Bluetooth, you can just go buy a normal micro USB cord and just buy it in the length that you would like it to be in, which is super nice. That's not some weird, specialty cord that you can only get with the Wacom tablet. So definitely makes that a little bit easier. So I also wanted to talk about the pen. So when you pull this, you unscrew it, you don't pull it. I have a nib missing because I replaced a nib. You have your nibs here, which is really nice because I feel like some products, they'll package these kind of things in a random spot in the box that is away from the rest of the product, and you'll lose them. I lose things. It's just the fact of my life. And so anyways, you just pull it out, you can replace it. And when I very first replaced the first nib, which this one is almost needing another replace, I used tweezers. Not the right way to do it. There is a better way to do it. See, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a little hole at the end of your pen that you stick your nib in, and my nib is like really struggling right now. Well, that just flew who knows where, but as you can see, there's no longer a nib in there, and I am going to replace my nib actually because it needed it anyways, and voila, you have a brand new nib. You didn't have to use tweezers like I did the first time. Don't do that, bad plan. And you have all your nibs stored right there. You can purchase more nibs online through Wacom, or I believe there are some other places that do it. So I can't imagine they're that pricey. I haven't had to replace any yet. My nibs have lasted me a pretty decent amount of time. But yeah, so you can purchase it other places as well. So I just have like the standard black Wacom tablet, but they come in pink. Well, not pink, it's more of a berry color is what they call it. And I think they called the other one like a pistachio color. So basically make green and light pink, or like dull green and light pink. So it comes in those two colors as well, which I did not know until recently. and I was like, what? That's pretty cool. So anyways, they also come in this size, which is their medium size, and they come in small and large. So there's definitely a variety of sizes you can buy. I personally like the medium. I don't really have the desk space for the large, and the small for me, I think would drive me nuts. There just won't be enough space, and it would bug me. So the medium is absolutely perfect for what I'm doing. And like I said earlier, it really is a great drawing tablet, even for beginners. I feel like it is also really good for people who have been doing it for a while. But Wacom, let's get the name right, Wacom also has like the big drawing tablets that you actually have the screen on them, like my dream product. But I also use an iPad as well. I go between this and an iPad. There are definitely features on this and the PC that I prefer over the iPad, but the iPad, I prefer that I can draw on it and see it directly, which with this, you don't have that. But it's really not, like I said earlier, that hard to like pick up on. So, one more thing, you can see it is pretty thin. It is about the standard size of a smartphone without a case on it. And it's pretty durable, like, you know, it just obviously just like any other tech, don't drop it, don't step on it, don't spill water on it, you know, standard common sense there, but it is pretty durable in general from, you know, what I have noticed with it. I like the thickness of it a lot, actually, because I can sit here with it, you know, like in my lap and not feel like I'm holding this super bulky object trying to draw. So that is basically all I've got to say about the Wacom Intuos Tablet in size medium. I enjoy it. I would highly recommend it. And I think it's a pretty reasonable price as well. You can get the small one for around $95, I believe. And I'm not sure how much the big one is. I would assume it's probably $100 more. So like $299 is what I would guess. But yeah, so anyways, I will link this, like the product, in the description so you guys can check it out. By the way, this is not sponsored. This is just me talking about the Wacom tablet and what I like about it, and why I'd recommend it. So, thank you so much for watching today. And if you guys want like a video on the iPad I use, the Apple Pen, let me know in the comments and I will 100% do that video for you guys, because I think that one would be a lot of fun as well. So, anyways, I hope you guys have an awesome Wednesday, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!